That's good
Thank
to hear you
you.
talk because, like you said, you only work.
Yes.
Yeah, your videos like I'm like there was not a video of you ever talking or saying much, so that's really cool to hear you.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And I want to separate the two because I think that's what makes this authentic, right?
Hmm.
You coming into the channel, we're gonna work, and their
Hmm.
videos we're gonna work. Now, as the journey progresses, we're gonna be doing a lot of talking, right? But before you even should even be listening to me, you should be able to see my resume of my work ethic to
I
now
agree.
back and supporting how I got here.
Hmm.
What was the thought process going into 2,000 push-ups, Naima? Sometimes I can't even believe.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Even
it
I
is.
try to dumb it down because it's me, and I'm just I'm not I'm very hard to impress. But that particular set, that
Yeah,
was
2,000
definitely good
push-ups is
money.
crazy.
Yeah, and the way
Hmm.
I broke it down, I remember just going to the park and George is like, yeah, 2,000. I was like, 2,000 what?
How do you break it down?
So I did 25 for 4 sets. So 25 reps, 4 different push-ups. So
Hmm.
25 on the floor, 25 on the high bar, 25 on the low bar, and then 24 on the guardrail. It's like this rectangle shape that skateboarders usually grind on.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah,
So I did it on that. So each time the starting position was something different. And I believe it took like three plus hours to do that. And it's so funny because in all honesty, I felt like those videos that you're talking about, I felt like I was not in tip top shape.
Hmm.
yeah.
I'm always ready for endurance performance wise, but like high intensity, that's a different mindset, when you're going into calisthenic competition opposed to doing YouTube challenges and the goal is to just get it done.
Yeah. Well, when you go into a competition, let's say, you know what that set's going to be. Like on competition day what you're going to be doing, right? So
Yeah,
you'll
for the
train
most part,
specifically.
yeah, for the most part. In the beginning, I didn't know because like I didn't know the ins and outs. And then once I learned the ins and out, because I was losing, all the girls were doing was re- rehearsing that same routine over and over and over again. And I was maybe losing by a couple reps, but was training something similar, but not the actual thing. So once I learned that, I was like, I actually felt bad. I'm like, isn't that kind of like cheating though?
Hmm.
To know
Right?
exactly, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you understand? So even when people like they do get that W, they say a win is a win. Okay. But if you're training something for 2 months and you only beat me by 2 reps, and this is my first time performing it,
Yeah,
you
they
need
they
to
have a
humble
little ahead.
yourself a little bit because that's not like I don't know. So
Yeah.
but now like if I was to get into competition, so what I would do is implement certain movements that's going to make sense of the day of the competition. So say if the competition is dips, pull-ups, push-ups, squats, right? This is just random. Every time I do a dip, pull up, I would keep them together, dip and pull up. And then push up and squat, always keep them together. So even if I do all three, I just keep them in the order in which muscle fatigue may occur because I'm going from a dip to a pull up to a push. I may keep those and then create scenarios in my mind. So for something that we often do here in New York, um 60 60 30, 60-second rep, 30 seconds rest. I start implementing that in my warm up. So for 22 minutes, I'll set the clock for 22 minutes, and every minute the alarm will go off. sorry, every 30 seconds my alarm will go off for me to do at a minute push-ups max out at high intensity. And then instead of resting, I'm doing active rest in between each set. And I just keep repeating those 4 exercises, whatever it is, for the 22 minutes. If it requires weighted reps, I may do that. Even if it's body weight, I always do weighted. Like I always work with a weight vest if it's lightweight. Um, I stay away from the free weights because I'm a real calisthenic athlete. I'm not a hybrid athlete. They just be making stuff up. I keep calisthenics. Um, and then the swimming goes hand in hand because that's full body, right? It's just calisthenics in the water.
Right.
I love those workouts. I love the how you combine the lab, and I just learned how to swim a couple of years ago. So for a long time I didn't know
Oh
how to swim.
wow, yeah, gotta get into it.
Man, that's tough to go to one lap and then push-ups at the end and then try to go back to another lap. No way. I was thinking about you. I tried it one time and I said, "Oh my God."
Yeah, and I did that. I have a 5 minute challenge like
Uh-huh.
that. 100 push-ups, 100-yard swim. I got a 10-minute challenge like that. 2 minute, 200 push-ups, 200-yard swim. And then I don't know what we didn't put a time on the thousand. I never put a time on 1,000, but the 1,000 yards swim, that's 40 laps. So after each lap, I did 25 reps. Time you Yeah. And that was
Yeah.
in good timing too.
I know the one you're talking about. It was 1,000. You swam 1,000, like you said, 40 laps. I don't know if it was Tyson's or just regular push-ups,
It
right?
was regular push. Oh, don't say Tyson's. You gonna give people ideas.
I think that's so great though that format that you do with the swimming. That's a great format, and that's really unknown. So you gotta be the first athlete out here doing that,
Yeah.
mixing it up like that with the high
Yeah.
reps.
Yeah. And that honestly what set me apart from everyone. And I that really, now I'm in a league of all their own where they don't want to even include me in, like, when it comes to being up there. They're still looking. because
Oh,
listen, I played by the rules, right? I came in, I did what all the boys was doing, mastered it with better form, conquering the same challenges that they set in place as being the format. I did it that way. Went to these competitions, was undefeated for 3 years running,
mhm.
4 years. And then I sat back and was like, oh, well, let me introduce you into my world and let me integrate them. And that's when I started incorporating the swimming. And also, too, when it came to my training, like just talking, I remember just talking to my brother. He was like, you know what you got to do, right? I was like, what? He was like, you got to get back in that pool. I was like,
Mm.
he was like, that's the only thing that's going to separate you from the rest.
No,
And he
yeah,
was absolutely right
He's
yeah,
very true. Yeah.
yeah.
because it's, trust me, I think more people seen it than they didn't. And that's probably like the most talked about. The first one I did was 1,000-yard swim, 500 push-ups, 500 squats, and
You,
that's a regular thing. 500 push-ups, 500 squats. That's something you do every morning before you
yeah.
start your
Well,
day.
but for the average guy, or certainly girl, and definitely you tell them 500 push-ups, 500 squats, they're going to blow a gasket. They're like, I can't do that. I could never. What are you talking about? 500. You tell the most people get down and do 100, and
Yeah,
forget about it. So you do that, and then you're jumping in and out of that pool. That's next level. You know what I mean? That's People
thank
aren't
you. I
doing that.
appreciate that.
People aren't doing that.